Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On the carry, this is Myles Gaskin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Running on 1st down with Gaskin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Gaskin will try it up the middle. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once again, their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure. It's can lead to a fourth down. Well played.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. The kick by Joseph is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. There he goes, left side. Javonte Williams. And down to the 16-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 66 yards for him on the ground. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them, that's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did, my bad. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. Touchdown. Jerry Judy. Touchdown of the season.
I called you back right here.
Answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know.
Today is Thursday. Oh, no, it is Wednesday.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Oh, that's what you want to do?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy, but it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because They know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
2nd and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And the whole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback. And situation.
What'd you say? You said Randy went on an interview the other day.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Oh! God damn it.
And this is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive
I really
touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The 49-yard line.
On the handoff, Gaskin running right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
In the run.
Cousins now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
Getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down, here's Cousins.
Oh my God.
In the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Vikings have retaken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Broncos at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Wilson.
Oh, my God.
A drive killer there. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
They go play action. Cousins. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams pushing through the contact. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 86 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Second down and 4. Mims in motion right. Play action. It's Wilson. Finds Dulcich out left side. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Wilson. And he is going to slide to a halt inside the 5-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he's going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
He's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and go. That gives them a 3-point lead.
I can't even see the fucking meter.
To kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Second down, Gaskin. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, back to Gaskin. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A first down throw for Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Up the middle, Gaskin. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Cousins to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down Vikings. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll run out of the gun with Gasket. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here's Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now it's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 104 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now Wilson on first down.
Oh, my God.
Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Following the interception, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings 10.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is under. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They start the second half here with Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
fuck?
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Do you see the box?
Watts is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Am I the only one saying this shit?
Begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose. But you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
A give right side Gaskin. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Complete. Jefferson the target. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Cousins. That is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the ball. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Joseph's got it. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they will start out in great shape, up very close to midfield.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And Marcus Davenport, former Saint, in on the stop there. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Mims in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Cousins now. That one complete to Myles Gaskin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. First down, here's Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be?
Bro.
And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one.
Every time, man. What the fuck?
It's good on the extra point. His guys will take a 10-point lead.
I can't even kick the ball, bro.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Oh, my God. Hey, 26, you got to catch that.
That you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Oh, my God. He didn't touch that.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Throwing is Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Broncos 23, Vikings 20.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dosich. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. They give it to Williams, running right. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Brian Asamoah making the play defensively, meeting him behind the line for a loss.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First time they looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the 1st.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They try the left side here with Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll take it into the end zone from Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
look at this shit, man.
Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter.
I'm going to get mommy a water.
Well, matter of fact, score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there from Minnesota. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Cousins. They get this out wide to Gaskin. And he'll be out of bounds. yards. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Gaskin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Gaskin again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. Third and goal for Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD? That's
a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Next to score, Broncos 37, Vikings 27.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
19. Let's keep those sticks moving.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Wilson wants to throw it. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Wilson to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Andy Isabella, 40 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few steps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Running on 1st down with Gaskin. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Play fake. Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really...
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got them excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing haters say. Let them talk about it. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter ego's confused. just look at my boo. I'm the almighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't need much, a Billy could do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the roof. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me, meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs.